This is your JIS News for Thursday, February 10, 2022. Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen laid out government's legislative agenda and major policy plans for the 2022-2023 financial year during this morning's ceremonial opening of Parliament. The ceremony at Gordon House took place in strict adherence to the Ministry of Health's COVID-19 guidelines, with a reduced number of parliamentarians and dignitaries in attendance. In delivering the throne speech, the Governor-General announced that government would be focused on crafting a new social partnership for strong recovery and sustainable development. It includes plans for passing the associated NIDS regulations and issuing the first national identification cards, as well as facilitating major investments in health, education, housing, road and other key sectors.
The recovery effort from the pandemic will take all hands on deck. The government will lead the engagement of all its critical partners to craft a new social partnership for strong recovery and sustainable development.
Later in the day, Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark tabled the estimates of expenditure for the 2022-2023 fiscal year in the House of Representatives. The Standing Finance Committee of Parliament will review the new budget from March 1 to 4 before it is taken to the regular sittings of the House for the budget debate, scheduled for March 8 to 22. Cabinet has given approval for several infrastructure projects and contracts for the 2022-2023 fiscal year. They cover housing, land, irrigation and technology infrastructure, among other areas. Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for information, Robert Morgan, made the announcements during yesterday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. Housing contracts have been awarded for the construction of 200 detached units and 50 service lots at Luna Gardens 4 in St. Elizabeth, 142 semi-detached and 6 standalone housing units at Reed Spence and Catherine, and for replacing 100 one-bedroom starter units in the Shooters Hill project with the same number of 2-bedroom units. $1.8 billion has been approved to construct the St. Catherine North Police Divisional Headquarters, inclusive of $107.5 million to support start of the work in the 2022-2023 financial year. Cabinet has also approved the purchase of additional lands to provide parking for the Morant Bay Urban Centre project.
We also got the approval of Cabinet for the National Land Agency to acquire approximately 96 parcels of land with 10 structures with an estimated area of approximately 57,343 square meters in the parish of St. Catherine and Kingston and St. Andrew, utilizing the provision of the Land Acquisition Act. The parcels of land were needed for the Government of Jamaica's capital expenditure program being implemented by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation.
A number of technology infrastructure projects have also gotten the green light. They include a project to supply, install and maintain closed-circuit television surveillance systems at the Horizon Adult Remand Center and the Department of Correctional Services Head Office. The executive also approved the digitization of vital records consultancy at the Registrar General's Department, establishment of an interministerial committee on matters related to Jamaica's cyber domain, and a contract by e-Learning Jamaica for the provision of 13,500 tablets, not exceeding approximately $2.8 million. In addition, $84 million is awarded for the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Improvement Project, Phase 1B to 3. Preliminary estimates for damage to crops and livestock from recent flood rains is more than $76 million, affecting over 551 farmers. Heavy rainfall on January 31 and February 1 caused major flooding in St. Ann, St. Mary and Portland. During a virtual press briefing earlier this week, Agriculture Minister Pernell Charles Jr. said St. Mary was most affected, with 17 communities impacted by the flood waters.
I'm imploring our farmers also to take advantage of the GK Insurance Parametric Rain, Drought and Wind Insurance Policy, where in the event of your farm being seriously impacted by a weather-related event, you can receive up to $100,000 in payment.
Across the three parishes, 89 hectares of land with crop production were damaged, resulting in over $74 million of loss to 496 farmers. Affected crops include banana, plantain, vegetables, condiments and tubers. The livestock sector suffered loss estimated at over $1 million, with 55 farmers being impacted. Meanwhile, livestock farmers are set to benefit shortly from the importation of over 200 small ruminants as part of government's efforts to develop the industry. Agriculture Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says they should arrive for distribution to farmers by the end of March. The ministry has also issued a permit to the Small Ruminant Association for the import of an additional 37 small ruminants. He adds that the ministry continues with its program of artificial insemination and embryo transfer as part of the measures to develop this important industry.
And I want Jamaica, as you hear us, to understand how critical it is for us to be able to develop this sector and to put the science and the scientific technology and the use of genetics and the use of artificial insemination so we can define the best breeds and the best yields.
And finally, the Universal Service Fund, USF, has donated $2,000 to provide broadband internet service to facilitate the virtual staging of events for this year's celebration of Reggae Month. Culture Minister Olivia Grange accepted the check on Friday. She says the USF is helping to keep Jamaican culture connected through this support to her ministry. Chairman of the fund, Justin Morin, says the partnership will provide tremendous benefits for all connected. February was officially declared as Reggae Month on January 9, 2008. The annual observance celebrates the impact of the musical genre on Jamaica's social, cultural and economic development. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.